You've earned it.
Thanks.
Steve, many congratulations. Just sum up quite simply, how good does that feel?
Feels good. I said at the start of the campaign, I felt the pressure of the nation to try to get to World Cup. So immediately that falls off your shoulders and you feel a little bit better. But what a fantastic group of players. Never give up. I've said it for a long time now about how good they are and how determined they are to be good for their country. They showed that tonight. I couldn't be happier for my players. I couldn't be happier. It's fantastic. It feels great.
I remember having a conversation with you after the game in Serbia, saying there's an easy way, a hard way, and the Scotland way. Did they prove that again tonight?
A little bit. Don't underestimate how good the Danes were. Obviously, we had a really fast start, which was great, but everybody spoke about fast start, get the crowd on side. Unbelievable goal from Mr. McTominay. And then you've got that little mindset where they know they're winning. We ended up camped a little bit too much on the edge of our box. We allowed Denmark to probably control too much of the game. When we had the ball, we didn't use it well enough. Don't like to be critical of my players on the night, but we didn't use the ball well enough, and we spoke about that at half time. But the second half started similar way. Obviously they got the penalty 1-1 and I had to make changes, and I'm thinking I have to go 2 up top because it worked quite well for us in Denmark. I knew at some stage tonight I'd probably have to go to 2 up top. It's one of the reasons why I started Linden, and thinking that Shea and Lawrence could come in and give us a different process up front. Get back 2-1, 10 men. You're thinking, nearly there. But obviously we weren't, because we conceded 2-2, and you're thinking, oh my God, what's next? But next was fantastic. We got grip of the game. They paid a little bit for their time wasting. We got the 6 minutes that we needed, and obviously it was a great decision to put a left-footed player on at right back. No doubt if it hadn't worked out, I'd have got a little bit of stick for that. But I'd already spoken to Kieran pre-camp, saying that we had issues. Obviously, we knew Aaron couldn't finish 90 minutes, and to last as long as it did tonight was a credit to Aaron. So that was a good choice. All the subs scored, and when Kenny's got the ball in the last minute, I'm thinking counter-attack, probably 3 against 1, and he hits the ball and you're thinking, you know what, that's going to go in, and it did. So listen, fantastic night. Like I say, delighted for my players, absolutely delighted. When we lost to Ukraine, I spoke at length. Actually, it was one of my longer speeches before the game, or one of my longer chats with the players. And we spoke at length about the journey. So Serbia, we talked it through, how we did it and how we felt. We talked about this. I drew a big sad face on the board and said how we spoke about Ukraine, how we felt. And obviously getting to the Euro 2024 was a high. And we just spoke about the journey a little bit, and I told them to remember how we felt after Ukraine and to bottle that feeling. And I remember at the time when I spoke to him, I said, you have to remember how bad you feel and make sure that next time you get to that stage, and I knew they would get to that stage again because they're good. I said, next time you get to that stage, get over the line. Now the campaign's been up and down, but we ended up with the most points. The group made a liar of me because I told them at the start of the campaign you'll need 14 points to qualify. Only needed 13. Brilliant.
Not unlucky for some.
Not unlucky for some.
In terms of moments in your career then, where does this sit?
Yeah, tonight it feels pretty special. You want me to go through the boring one and say, this. No, this is the best feeling. This is the best feeling. I've waited a long time. I've spoken to you before about how much I want to go to a World Cup with my country. I had a chance as a player. It passed me by for various reasons. We had the chance against Ukraine. It passed us by. And suddenly you start to think, might be the last one, might be the last chance. But it's not. We're there. So yeah, fantastic moment. I feel great. I'm going to enjoy myself tonight and tomorrow night. And the night after that, it's actually great because I've now got 3 months where I can just enjoy myself. The lads have got to have a few beers tonight and then head back to their clubs, but I've got a little bit of time, so it's going to be good, and it's going to be a good Christmas in the Clarke household, I promise you.
Steve, you, the players, the Hampden crowd delivered one of the greatest nights in Scottish football history. You join an elite band of national team managers. What a momentous achievement. In terms of how you feel about this now and how you felt through the game, can you talk about the roller coaster of your emotions? Because you were steadfast in your belief while others out here, including us, wavered.
Yeah. I'm quite good that way. I'm quite stubborn. I have my own process. Watching the game, you know how much your team's putting into the game, and you know if you put enough into the game and you get the breaks on the night, you get something out of the game. So on the touchline, is obviously there are moments when you're thinking, I need to change it. I need to change. What can I do to change? And it wasn't an easy night because we lost John Souttar in the warm-up. These things happen for a reason. I said that to Grant. Grant was outstanding, and he apologised for the game in Greece. I said, you don't have to apologise to me ever for how you play, because I know that every time you go to the pitch, you give everything, like every other player. We lost Ben, who was our pace outlet, our attacking outlet to get us up the pitch, which maybe we missed a little bit when Denmark had penned us back. And then you're going through the process of how to change, when to change, and how that's going to affect the game. But thankfully, sometimes as a coach, your changes work. I think tonight my changes worked.
Steve, you always seem to have your emotions in check. What was it like tonight, going through everything, the drama of everything that happened? What were your emotions like?
A little bit up and down like everybody else. I always try and stay calm on the touchline, and my staff were getting excited and everybody's running up and down. And Alan Irvine and Stephen Naismith must be exhausted running up and down to tell me something that was happening on the pitch, and I'm saying they can't hear me. So I've got to change that. I said they can't hear me. You have to stay calm in the moment and make sure that when you make the big calls and the big decisions, you get them right. And like I said, we did that, but all the credit is for the players. The players were fantastic. Every single one of them gave what they had, gave what they could give. And we're going to the World Cup, Not bad.
What does it say about their character?
Everything. I've spoken so often about them, how they want to be successful, and they don't want to be successful just for themselves. They want to share that success with the country. 3 qualifications. In my time, 3 qualifications out of 4 and a playoff defeat in the others. I think that's pretty good. So that tells you how good that group of players are. It tells you that when I made my decision to find a core group of players that I trust and I believe in, and I've been criticised for sticking with them, some of them. When I made that decision to cap them and give them experience, it's for nights like that where you have to find a way to win. It's for nights like Belarus here when we didn't play well, but you win. We didn't drop points. Denmark dropped points against Belarus. And that's the difference between qualification. We managed to find a way to win the games or to get the points that we needed to qualify. And that's what that experience gives the players. So, all credit to them.
Steve, the supporters will now be looking towards that draw on December the 5th, trying to work out, is it going to be Canada, Mexico, USA? What's your message to them? At full time in here, it was scenes that we've not seen in such a long time.
My message to them would be, I'll see you in the USA, Mexico or Canada. Get your visas, get your tickets. And the good thing is you've got 6 months to prepare. You don't have to wait till March via the playoffs. We can have a couple of friendly games in March. And look forward to the tournament. That's what they have to do. They should be proud of their players. They should be proud of their country. Last time Scotland qualified as first in a section, 1982. I was 19, long time ago. So that shows you the magnitude of what this team have achieved. When I came here, it was 20 odd years in the wilderness, no qualifications. 3 out of 4. Not bad. No song about that, but it's not bad. 3 out of 4.
Steve, you spoke about that you had to stay calm on the touchline. What was actually going through you after the 3-2? Because I can't remember you being as emotional as after the 3-2.
Well, after messing up the 2-1, I was pretty confident we wouldn't mess up the 3-2. So I knew that was a key moment in the game, and you know that it's going to be difficult for Denmark after that. You know they're going to kick high balls into the box. I know that my defenders are going to stick their head on it. They're going to defend everything. So, no, I was reasonably. Obviously, I was quite excited when we scored 3-2. It was good, but I was pretty sure that would be enough to win the game.
And how did you experience the atmosphere tonight?
Yeah, good. Crowd were great. Crowd were fantastic. I asked them before the game. They don't always listen to me, but this time they listened, and they were great. Obviously, the start we gave them a great start with Scott McTominay's goal. That got them excited, got them engaged in the game. But even when the penalty went in, immediately the crowd were behind us again. When it goes 2-1, they're right behind us. When it goes 2-2, I heard them again. And that was really important. Right in the last part of the game, the crowd were still with us. Everybody was in the stadium, nobody left because they could smell magic.
And finally, for me, how much confidence will this victory give to all the future generations of Scottish footballers in terms of that the wait is finally over?
Well, that's what you hope for on nights like this. You're looking for all the young boys that are in the crowd to look at the big players on the pitch, all the players on the pitch, and think, I want to emulate that in 15, 20 years' time. That's what you want. So that success for the national team should breed success in the lower age groups, and then hopefully we can continue to get a conveyor belt of young players to come through and help us to continue the success so that we don't go 20 years in the wilderness again.
Steve, how does Ben look absolutely devastated when he came off?
Well, he's hurt his knee. We don't know how bad it is. Obviously, he limped down the steps at the end, so it must be pretty bad. Although I saw him dancing on the pitch, so maybe he was just happy. No, we're not sure. I don't want to make light of what could be an injury for the lad, so hopefully it's not too serious.
Steve, can you get another word for Lawrence Shanklin, who dropped out of the squad, had to work hard to get back into it and came up with a big moment today?
Yeah, that's why I picked him. Because I know he's a good player. Lawrence has been in my squad. Lawrence knows how I feel about him. At the time, last year, he sort of lost his way a little bit. That happens, you drop out. I bring other players into the squad. At the right time, I decided this was the time to bring Lawrence back. I knew if I needed a goal, Lawrence is a goal scorer, as he does. And that's it. It's what you have to do. All the players who are outside the squad have to realise that there's a pathway to get back to the squad. Or if they've never been selected, they have to realise there's a chance to go and play for the country. Now, every Scottish player who thinks they're good enough to be in the squad to go to the World Cup should be trying their best to have a fantastic season and make my choices difficult.
Steve, you said you felt the pressure of the nation, but you've just made a nation joyous, proud. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, it feels good. It feels good. Like I said, the pressure of getting to a World Cup was there, and now it's not. It's gone. So I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to have a nice time over the festive period, enjoy it, and then I'm going to get ready to go to the World Cup. So for me, it's a big achievement. I think what we've done as a group together. Various staff members, all the staff members that I've had, all my coaches, and my coaches have changed over the time that I've been there, so I'm the constant. I've always been there. Obviously I've made good choices on staff, which is great. And like I said before, I think we chose the right way to go forward as a group of players, and you get your rewards. So for me is a really good feeling. Tonight I'm feeling good.
Last one.
And your long time in the game, have you ever seen a game of football like that where you've got a world-class overhead kick that might not even be the best goal of the game and 2 wonder goals in the last 6 minutes of stoppage time to get Scotland to the first World Cup in nearly 30 years?
It's good, yeah, and I remember many times over the period that I've been in charge that people tell me we can't score goals and we can't do this and we can't do that. We can. We've got good players. The 3 goals, unbelievable. But Lawrence is pretty good as well. I don't care how they go in. if the ball goes in the back of the net, it's a great goal. But Scott's overhead kick is exceptional. Kieran's left foot finish is probably something he does in training, as he'll tell you. But great night, good memories, and I look forward to going out and having a quiet beer with the lads.
Thanks, folks.
Thank you.
Yes, folks.
Enjoy your night.